changes happen. I change. You may have changed. I hope so. Situations change. So how do we prepare for that, right? How often do we think about the plan B? For example, if you have been working on a project or something you're planning to execute for months, so you've been planning and working and saying, okay, how am I going to do that, right? I want to buy a new car, for example, and you say which car, and you're going to start looking for different options and where and how much cost, and you're going to make all this plan, right? And when things change, do we have a plan B? Right? So I'm going to tell you a story that happens to me, and where I had to use the plan B. So long time ago, it was around 2000, 1998, 99, something like that. I was putting up some telecommunication towers. So there was a time that was in Brazil too. So there was a time, I don't know when that happened here, but in Brazil that happened, that like the cell phones became very popular. So we were building up, towers everywhere, in every city. So it happened is we made all the plans, right, to this, to build the towers, and in this particular city. So the mobilization day, I had everything ready. So I had a crew, I had the cranes, I had everything ready to go. When we got to the site, the neighbors decided to block off the streets. When people start concerned and they start talking about how it would affect, the radiation would affect their health. So that was the moment. So they blocked off and they're like, no, you guys are not coming here. What to do? Right? So what is the plan B? Well, the salespeople are waiting for me, to execute and put the tower up and turn the radio on, and so they can sell more cell phones, right, in that particular region. The neighbors, they say, no, not here. I have all the approval from the city that I could install. So what to do? So in this situation, we had a plan B ready, and that was we had to, instead of have the tower that was pre-assembled, and it just get the crane and put it up the tower, that would be quickly and easy, right? We had to do by hand. So I had to get another crew, right? A lot of people, and come and bolt, piece by piece of the tower. That took longer, of course, right? And I had more, I had to have more people qualified, right? Because the quality would be one of the biggest risks for that situation. But we had that. We had the plan B in place. So we had to contact another company. We knew people would be qualified and would be there in the situation that it would happen. If I didn't have that plan B, then probably would have taken another 2-3 months until I could go back to the site, with a new crew or a new idea, right, and how to build that tower. So I believe that plan B is very important. We have to always thinking about what happens if something goes wrong. If things change, what should I do? And if we have a plan B, it's much easier to execute.